special prosecutor Efren Central Phone Shemu na ureki seja abenka semno na wuchirim se enka ne foto sanfo no munyamfo kan no foriata emre hia na papa enti ba bi opinini obia na obipie omre nim na emra ene ndi se ne yese na efata
na so sana OSP ede atodwa se wo ba be ye nhwehwemu mapa ede afa National Petroleum Authority ene omu payroll kono sembia ekoso ewo
aso ehwa asase ana obade ne patwe ho ahia so de atodwa se wo power bidekwa behwe hu ni se wono ye bo mutumi krata license na otimi bowra kwa bitu ahodu mu koye fuma gudie to odwumadie no saafo de behwehwe won krata emu ensem
na atenaye hwe yenwumesua so de krata ababonten na krata no mu kire mu a omatete se empanyufo mo de basic schools ahodo no sika eni kwan so mo gye eye BC registration fee omatete se ekoso pa no mo besere se ne manimu yi saa sika no mu njai gye sanse emra ema ho kwan wei ene nsem bi eka ho ene enwumre ye de ba besom se no nsia bre mu kasebo akenkan for ye me abna bayi nyano mene
Sadat Mohammed afei nsem no nchire mu ene Ewei ena Ghana mampanyi President John Dramani Mahama Buna Ketem edi ifiri o Ghana mo panyi bedi kan kwakopie mu ewo Berlin ewo Germany man mu na ho no dwumadi asunku bi ekoso ewo ho security conference na opanyi be kwakopie mu se titinani a woda Tana Forum ekono anno ofiri Germany a obesa kwakopie mu ewo man Ethiopia mu ho so no 38th ordinary section of head of state dwumadi ekoso no ho so de nani mo nyama kwakopie mu ewo sa dwumadi no asibi Penina Okasa Edemagana Mampenny Ura Felix Kwati Ofusu and in Central for Kasai.
Mama is about to embark on a two-nation tour. The first is in Germany, Munich to be precise, where he has been invited to participate in the Munich Security Conference. Many of you will be aware that President Mama is the chairman of the Tana Forum, which essentially is a security think tank concerned about evolving strategies to enhance African security. And in a fast evolving, complex geopolitical environment where security is high on the agenda, it is necessary for the voices of prominent African leaders to be heard on the subject. So President Mahama will be participating at the opening forum of the security conference. In addition to that, he will be speaking at a side event organized by the Tana Forum, and as chair, he will be outlining his vision and perspectives on the emerging security challenges on the continent and beyond. After that, he will head to Addis Ababa to participate in the African Union Conference, which is an annual event that is held in Addis Ababa, where he will also be engaging in a number of activities involving bilateral discussions. Even in Munich, he is scheduled to have bilateral discussions with a number of world leaders and organizations on a broad range of issues, mostly centering on mutual cooperation between Ghana and the respective countries and how we can strengthen ties with the international community in general. So that is why we are here at the Jubilee Lounge.
Krata efri yemampanyi atnaye amebia babeto yapono so ninyina enese yemampanyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ediato National Investigations Bureau for enimse enimenimu ya omunye hwehwemu mapa emfa National Service Authority dwuma omudi ye ewo aban dada atwamu kwai na entimi emu omunomu hunu nia eko esanse asoye hwe sikasam so eyese womu a National Service yema oma allowance a sikebia kemu afi etwamu be August bosome yentu omoka no yebetimi di om allowance no ama womu na omuye sa ehwehwemu no muhunu se enipa 81,885 a omudin wo mu no ni na yen samandin yen hunu nkrofo kro na so omudin e wo payroll ne so a jese otum se bosomi bi omugis allowance no e de show mo ho na saade we ya aba bedan di na ama yemampanyi e de ato National Investigations Bureau for enim se e yade ba ko e ha adwene yie e na ebo oman ne ka se nipa ente se omunyina din ebo National Service Authority omu payroll mu je allowance bra yenhu omu a na chese eyo haw kese enti obesre wo mu no chemu se sa niam abo nyina na koso ewo aban dada a etwa mu koi omu apenso enti omu nya sa enhwehwemu mapano na sa din we nyina yen clean free honom se de be betimi ehunu wo mu a omu se fata se omu je allowance ewo National Service Authority for ensem enti watch the se nimanimu so omu timi ehwehwemu na ebeboa ma oman ni sikasema eko baabi ani kwan se eko no yetimi enya bi dia to ho na aboa ama niam nka ye da yanim yetimi e dia bo ho brana Ora Felix Kwachiofosu wono ne kasama ye mampanyin nsa ene hyekrate ase
Anopai na office of the special prosecutor Efren Central for Enchiemu Penina Ode Kuya no Rekisiaja Ben wodine Kuya nemu akasa na kasa yemu no na wotirim se enkane for samfo odemunyanfo Ken Ofurata bro penine na wo som Ghana no deal ahodo ye osusu se wa ma Ghana boka papa na wotirim se National Cathedral project na kan ho bi sanso na Strategic Mobilization Limited the Trinity Efren SML deal no na afoforo bienu bi owura Ken Ofurata o ma no aboka enti OSP si we hia no bepie mu ewo meradim na won fanchire mu ema o my Ghana na senia ensem no pie mu onten so na so owura Ken Ofurata so no ankasa ma amfa no ho amma mra ba bi o hye bia no emra bekwa hwehwe no na watwe na bo so na wode no ejina mranim
directive declaring a high profile person a fugitive from justice. This person is wanted by the OSP to answer charges in respect of several cases including the following. 1. Contractual arrangements between Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2. Termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing Xiaocheng Technology BXC. 3. Procurement of contractors and materials and activities and payments in respect of the National Cathedral project. 4. Activities and payments in respect of a contract awarded by the Ministry of Health, initially commenced by the Ministry for Special Development Initiatives to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited for purchases and after-sales service and maintenance of 307 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 305 CDI ambulances for the National Ambulance Service. And 5. Payments out of and utilization of the tax refund account of Ghana Revenue Authority. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the OSP declares Kenneth Nanaya Ofuriatta a wanted person. He is a fugitive from justice. The OSP will take all necessary legal steps to secure his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. And this is to Mr. Ofuriatta. You have two choices. You can either return to the jurisdiction voluntarily or the OSP will enforce your return. Our intelligence points us to state that the purported raid on Mr. Ofuriatta's residence was staged, or at best, an imposter action in an attempt to court disfavor for the OSP and to derail the investigation.
Na ene OSP ayen central funchiamu editu jase kaneswafo a na wohwe yesikasem so owura Ken Ofuriatta waye wanted ebonhwehwemu bi omayom hunu nse bi akonodie bi akoso abra na waye yesikasem so afo na saasemi enene okopiem wo mrahye bedwafi a omoje ho achinye nkotie ne ekoso.
On that fateful day, when my house was raided by AK-47 wielding national security operatives, when they banged on my door, creating fear and panic, sending my 6-year-old child into a state of hysteria, into a state of fear. We had members here. They never commented on it. And I commend Professor Michael Quay on that day when he stood up and ruled that what they were doing was wrong. Mr. Speaker, they took my phone, they took my laptops and took it to the United Kingdom to investigate me. Today, A very simple matter. You are scared of it. Mr. Speaker, let me explain something. The OSC has declared Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta as a fugitive. As a fugitive. Mr. Speaker, in our local language, fugitive, in our local language, it means that what didn't work Kamura. What didn't work Kamura. Or, to put it simply, Wajibam. Or in the Hausa language, Otilo. Or to put it in a more simpler way, Yagudu. It's as simple as that, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, we should not be afraid of accountability. In a democracy, you do not use soldiers to raid somebody's home, especially when that person has told you, that I am not in the country and I will report when I get back. Ofori-Atta wrote to the OSP that, look, I am not in the country, I've received the invitation and I will come back and report to you for any investigation. You have no rights, Mr. Speaker, you have no right to send soldiers to raid a man's house when he's not there. When he has told you that I will come, I'm out of the country. It is worse than armed robbery. In fact, to the extent that I have seen pictures of Richard Japa, who has just been forgiven of his sins, raiding somebody else's house. What business has that man in the house of a man who is supposed to be traveled outside? This is not the democracy we are building.
Thank you.
It is wrong for John Mahama, who just won an election, to try to use soldiers to intimidate people.
Thank you very much.
We will not agree today.
Thank you
we
very
will not
much.
agree tomorrow. We are not cowards.
Thank you. Thank you.
We will account to anybody who wants us to account.
Thank you very much.
Under Ofori-Atta, we have been able to implement one of the most enviable pro-poor policies on the continent of Africa. How could you describe such a man because of global crisis? Your own former finance minister, do you know the description you are giving to your country? Do you know how you are placing Ghana on the globe because of politics? Do you know what you are doing to your country? Very soon your ministers will be leaving Ghana for other places, for international assignments, and this is what they will read from your own lips. Mr. Speaker, we shouldn't allow this outmoded, colloquial, primitive politics to continue to destroy our country. Mr. Speaker, we are one people with one destiny as a nation. Mr. Speaker, I am only advising the House.
Honorable Sibinamwa, did I hear you say primitive politics?
No, I'm talking about Ghana.
Will you consider withdrawing the word primitive politics?
Okay. Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, I have done so. But Mr. Speaker, I think I have to make myself clearer here. I am not even speaking against one side. I am talking about actions and inactions, omissions and behaviors that are dwindling the very reputation of this House. We've been doing this to ourselves for far too long. Now, every Tom, Dick and Harry out there, even if you are driving Land Cruiser, they think you're a politician. Whether NDC and PP, they don't respect us. And this is why I'm bringing it to our attention. That do we allow yesterday's propaganda or actions or omissions to continue to keep on destroying the very image and reputation of this August House? Is that what we want to do? This is the question I'm asking.
Ghana Mampenyi President John Dramani Mahama Pau Dr. Dominic Ayini Attorney General so we na womwana mrenim dwumadi o magana no entimi enkoyi no opanyini bae no cases dodo na no na wagina ntumi so watwam nam so Ghana fo bi sase opanyini no wogina ntumi so se Attorney General na wodetwetwa case no mu anase wonyina so ene Dr. Dominic Ayini afre ensentrofo nhyamu no wochichi mu cases no botaye ntia dodo na no wagina ntumi so atwetwam.
I wish to make it abundantly clear that I did not take these decisions lightly. As I indicated above, I consulted widely and reviewed the files diligently before coming to a decision on each of the cases. You would note that in some cases, such as the Slate case and the banking cases, I withdrew the charges against some of the accused persons, while others are still under consideration. I am keenly aware of the need to balance the public interest, in this case, against the interests and rights of the accused persons. Also, as Attorney General, I take absolute responsibility for all the decisions so far taken. I am not under any instructions or pressure to discontinue any case or to bring charges against anyone. Those who are in a haste to tag His Excellency the President of the Republic as a clearing agent should hasten slowly, because he is not responsible for prosecutions and has not directed me to drop any case. Moreover, with the exception of one charge of bribery in the Okunu matter, in respect of which, no evidence was laid, none of the persons affected by my decision so far has mooted state resources.
Ebusiafo ye jina hani ya home kase bono so ye ji aboafo nkrato abasisia. Abusiafo ye Simon Makwaba biem ye to akase bono eso na ene OSP esan editu dwabiem se oba be yehwehwemu afa National Petroleum Authority and the Minerals Income Investment Fund ne esan se keta ahye project dream ne kankan bi akoso e wo sa afanim ebiem ose Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund sa foto no nso osusu se sika 1.3 billion Ghana cedis every hono mako baby intini nyina no oba be yehwehwemu afa ho enti kane kwankyerefo panyi ema National Petroleum Authority Owura Mustafa Abdul Hamid ne ho bon nsem ni mu omo yehwehwemu afa ne ho e na afin so kane kwankyerefo panyi ema Minerals Income Investment Fund ono nso omo ba be ye ne ho yehwehwemu.
OSP has also commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences in respect of the operations of the Minerals Income Investment Fund, MIF, especially regarding payments made in respect of Ejapa Royalties Limited, Small-Scale Mining Incubation Program, Quarry Value Addition Program, Asante Gold Corporation, Electrochem Ghana Limited, the Lithium Asset, that is Projected Lithium Focused Exploration and Development Corporation, Gold Asset 2, that is Enchi Gold Project, and all other investments by MIF, and funds expended on the chairman of the board of directors, the operational funds of MIF, purchase of parcel of land for intended office building, and all contracts and agreements entered into by MIF, and all publications, especially international publications by MIF. We are withholding the names of those under investigation for now, by targets 2 former officials and 2 serving officials of the fund. Third, the OSP has also commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses in respect of an alleged embezzlement of 1.3 billion cedis from the Unified Petroleum Pricing Fund, UPPF, at the National Petroleum Authority, NPA. The investigation primarily targets the following persons: the coordinator of the UPPF, Mr. Jacob Amwa, NPA staff Frida Tando, NPA staff Wendy Ashon Newman, and the former chief executive of NPA, Mustafa Abdul Hamid. Lastly, it will be recalled that in the last quarter of 2023, the OSP and the Controller and Accountant General's Department jointly commenced corruption risk assessment and investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses in respect of government payroll administration. It is also recalled that the assessment and investigation are especially aimed at isolating and removing the names of non-existent, ineligible, and undeserving persons from government payroll, recovering wrongful payments and unearned salaries, prosecuting persons suspected to be culpable for any offenses, and the institution and implementation of internal controls in respect of payroll processing and payment of salaries. We further recall, as you do remember, that to facilitate the rollout of the investigation and assessment throughout the country, a pilot exercise was carried out in the northern region, covering educational institutions under Ghana Education Service and the Tamale Teaching Hospital, by a joint team comprising investigators, tracers, and assessors from the OSP and selected staff of the Payroll Processing Directorate of the Controller and Accountant General's Department between December 2023 and April 2024. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I'm glad to announce to you that after thorough investigation, the OSP is now ready to commence the prosecution of persons suspected to have engaged in such conduct. So earlier today, I directed the Director of Prosecutions at the OSP to file criminal charges at the High Court in Tamale against the following 6 persons. 1. Yakubu Tahidu, a former teacher at Balogu MA Junior High School, Yendi, in the northern region. 2. Abdullahi Abubakari Sadiq, an integrated personnel payroll database coordinator of the Ghana Education Service in Yendi, northern region. 3. Sami Suk, a schools improvement support officer for the Yendi North Circuit, northern region. Mohammed Yusuf J, the one-time headmaster of the Balogu MA Junior High School, Yendi, northern region. Stafford Kolete Azude Barris, an assistant chief accounts technician at the Controller and Accountant General's Department, Accra, the Greater Accra region. And Osman Isahaku, a one-time headmaster of Balogu MA Junior High School, Yendi, Northern Region. The main charges are corruption of a public officer and corruption by a public officer involving the manipulation and siphoning of funds designed as fictitious salaries from the government payroll. The identified persons would soon be arraigned before the High Court in Tamale. Thank you for coming.
Also for that so ye hwa asase ana obade ne patwie ho hia so aso ye na no ene wonumnyamfo Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa no pigini wagya ne tumi so apo abedweko bi obehwe hu ni se wana wonam sibu akwan so utu afuma gudie o se kwa bretu na wo se nsuo no saafo no dwumadie empinfo behwe na watumi abre ano ase na sabedweko yi opanyini hye won se woni Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology na wonhwe wonto kese na wotu sana moen so obi to afuma gudie mpo otumi krata na nam kwan paso empinfo hwe na wonje krata no emfemfri ni nsem
mani adwuma no enye adwuma bone ba ewo kwan papa so a esiye no kwan be na ye fa so a nya esisi nyina ye betumi atwa no na ya pe kwan papa so na yansa yensuo yansa ase na amfa yare amba the committee ni se omo hwe adwuma ni mu nyina na omo me hihye bufo a ye fa so a ye betumi aso saa nyema nyina no yenim se EPA Minerals Commission omo ma licenses ekwan be na omo ma licenses die na wo mu a echiechia bi na mekai eba ne sen na obi a wo ma ne licenses baby kura okwa adwuma no community no omo nim omo behu anu so okita licenses eye mi se ansa no benya licenses kwa ese okoho oni nkofo a opese okwa adwuma no omo ka se ha de wontumi nya adwuma wa ha koko farm wa ha nsuo wa ne nyina yeti ase ansa no obi di license nti yesi ahwehwe adwuma ne nyina mu ne make sure nshisha pa emma yenko baby a yekodu ne yetutu ne ye.
And those of us who have done religions, or history, you would have known that in all religions, whether Buddhism, Hinduism, Zoroastrianism, and the Torah and Judaism, they all admonished the need for us to protect and sustain the environment. So we all have a collective responsibility, and we do know that we cannot fight this menace alone. We cannot fight this menace in silos. We need the collective contribution and responsibility of everybody.
But Makai, almost all the reports that have been done, about 15 of them, no one said the entire failure. Young fast aqua should be. Until you the buying, and you're not just a monitoring to be a small scale, and Debbie. Or see and review, young year, genuine small scale, or more genuine license, young former. And this is saying Koran, small scale for the more cooperative. We are up and move back almost so. Now, on any necromophone more concession. Say, your brother said, Obi free concession. I was able to make him. Yes, I bet you more concession from them. But be no better concession be feeling and be feeling. So, the Nisa will come in the first place.
Na Enra Council of State abato ekoso ewo Kumase no abato komesa edi ababeto dwa se omedwuma yefo ahodo miensa ene nkrofo de omonsa keka omo kyeremu se ankoyie kra omohwesa atentene ne ebetimi aye adwuma
time na ye found you see abato na chibia ende ebia emra ehun be ma kwan se ebeba emra no achichi opan esese afaso ekoba se sa nipa na ye found budget I approve for the year and converse and the panel dia any aban fufu no ban obetumi aka se the ohaw ebeba beto o man so eji yan twensa ni hwehwe masa the only say mpeni from o tu sa na mo nyina o ma dwene sem no sa no ma se nipa na ye no mo gina nchen ebia omo sa eku na bi kan wa chiri se omo budget allocation appropriation for the year 2025 and I say 2024 na omudi and I say yan for manka any player ya found a fan baby no say baby e do mu kwa mama oman no ade ya essential services no mo provide there say health, education, and I say even some of the public institutions.
About one sense, Yachi and a Santaman Tempany Quantrefua, or share about your commission so, or say in Sia Adana de say, Ebrana about one Ecosobasabase, see ye, a man in Susan so cromain me and found to Jano. Where do my phony be a Sabat on Crano Moncahu, Metro Fuebi Eco Cotosha, Womosua, or Doma Quaco Piemo Ayarisabia, Waji Ayarishe. Now, or say, Sound Crofua Mobeti Ketiketi, Metro Fuya, Womobe PMO original Coordinating Council Babia Nanka all to aba no dey Council of State nia wobekwa akosi Asante Mantema nem na wakwa akotuma mpanimfo no wo mo bai obi ani baby krom fie nim nipa kon so mo ye eno anu so mo sase a wo mo keka ne ma bomu apono na siwa na mo butu na hwe senso adaka ya to aba na gumu na o maka gu from baby ewi ase kra no abato komisan ne ma wode kwaye adwuma no wo mo sese bebre ama nsunsanso no wo mo entimi ananadi edu baby ano eye den no e ma abato komisan fu asa bromhwe abato no so ka se ene esa na tie dia na abato no matwen e dia sensen wo se enu nso nti de esi ye ni no maboaboa no a wo me de akọ electoral commission headquarters a eno e won kran a wo twen akire wo safofra wo mpanifo e de bebre wo mo
bibia e de call election no bia bibia amafie nothing came back bibia amafie bibia e de call bia no o make sure say bibia ansama nti ballot box o screen o bibia ma o make sure say o ma say bibia anti ya fa bibia ansama say beto for say be dey no e commission decision nti ye the report akoma commission no nti commission ma say yentwen kosi by 1 o'clock this afternoon commission be kasa say beto say be dey but senemu na no yesterday entumi anya winner ye no ba bia edu ebitima kasa dey say enya 29 because I'm sure Nipoko can be fit because we hear they see na obeto ogu no pa bi dey afa do bi say na why na okaka figure because be unreasonable but the question is that ye no ba bia hu hia betumi dey want to say enya say in the say until the enkan say ya kan ye nwie no ma say no ye ni ye call ekona se de obi aba fie kama na mama de ha adwe kaka ne say ye free oba ha no na mrante na babu ye mrante bi wa ha yes omabo ni baba ye three wa ha ba ko de na o said no kwa so bia hospital na eventi ekutwa scan kwa na say na o sanity but report doctor report say biboni bia ensi
sansensem ya esisi ye ena ya maame baako a wono nso egina esenkoto no so ba na odi nkonim a obekwa akosi Asante Mantema nem na watuma mpanimfo maame Rose Hamilton Dr. Keskin Owusupoku ena wogina na nem a oka sei edema no
as a democratic state be Ghana edu no saade nya ade a obi abesoso what you say enra omo kan ko betima free I think say obianu a obe nani beje sa dibisa ho na Ghana nye banana republic emra ena ye ejuma Ghana ena emra nso police ede emra ye ejuma the best say police when so mention form na easy form no mo get to the bottom of this very case na ye easy form so Asante mine and keba be council of state rep the good people of Asante region it deserve some be who the status of the elections something clearly na who say this is the roadmap then any candidate or decision your person will take care with matic from that point and see pioneerable say you be no more hospital ni bia na list obi ade better ho the na police from so do na see from na o get to the bottom of this
Enra na bancha me penyini owura Julius Debra e de krata Piedmont so a wo champion for the ban nwum ekwa hodoa no se ye to aba no wie ye chire no wo na ye fo munwuma mu sa abere no bibinti saafo nyina no wonfa wondimbra ne yensanyi omo emfamfira abanwum ekwa hodo mesanse itiamra na krata Piedmont si na ma Ghana mpinfo do na no wache wona adwen ede afa ho Dr. Patrick Opanyini o echechere penyini Public Management and Community Economic Development ewo Gimpa woni owura Setabloso mpinfo yi wakasa ho
time na ye found you could see about your nature there and there if you are emba I won't be back and say remember emba no achichim opan SCF aso ekoba say sa nipa na ye found budget I approve for the year and converse and nipa no bia and ya ban fufu no ban obetumi aka say the ohaw ebeba beto o man so eji yentwen sanye hwehwe masa me ogidi se mpanifo mu o tu sa na mu nyina o ma dwedwe sen no sa no ma se edipa na ye no mo gina nchen ebia omo saa ekuo na bi kan wa chiri say omo a budget allocation appropriation for the year 2025 and I say 2024 na omudi and I say yan for manka any payer ya found me a fan baby no say baby I do mo kwa koye mama oman no ade ya essential services no mo provide there say health education and this and I say even some of the public institutions you know baby I do mo position ignore mo di me so mo ni ho na be ma oman ni punto na kekere dia ye mo makoti na fie sisi na ya san afa ni pafofo ana ya kwachiche ya koye nchiche de ni pafofo ama no be ma omo contribution ka so mo ye e de boa oman ni punto e be kekere kakra nti sa e ho ne de ohwe ne sa dia sa kekere mu no na te se be ha oman
chief of staff directive wa mano so ano no na ne wo mun say ansa na obema dem directive na wa tworo asre de bebiara wa ya ban adwuma nipa wa fa wo adwuma man won fa wo ho particulars wo man nsanka ono ekiri na eya bai na matisipi mehu krate so o kire de bebi mo ho a nhyehyeye a owo adwuma ma offer edwumayefo hon mpanyifo bi wasesa de menhyehyɛ no wona wɔrefa wɔn afoforo nyinaa edwuma a wɔrefa wɔn no ɛkɔhwɛ mpo ebohu de wɔn hyehyɛ nkonta wɔyɛ wɔn ho nkontai de wɔbɛfa ɛdɔmdam nti ɔyɛ helpy na wɔn a wafa wɔn nara se ehu bi na ebisa kwana wonye won fada ebe won de kwan pii wo ma onye papa na ehwe 2017 video bi wo ho a honorable Osafo Mafo senior minister orbo dewuru de obiara wa fa ansa na MPP president Akufo-Addo ababa adwuma man wonye hu de wonyinara wo rekofie na wonye won amfa kwampa ebiaso na wesi
abusiafo yesen homeso abasisia yeba yebeto ansem no so Ebusiafo ye Simon Makwaba ye beto akase bono eso. Oswafo wo hwe apomudensem so awosanso eye sehudwabo so mrahye bedwani eye odumunyafo kwabnamenta akando. Wode atudwa se agenda 111 hospitals a aban etwemu na wodi ho dwuma no. Se aban we beto aso a je se omo ahwemu yie pa ehon krata asem nyina je se omo hwem se eniema edida na akwamu ana efri ho a ombesa akwaje nkyerɛkyerɛ efri mampanyin nkyɛn ansa na ombeto aso a omato aso.
Yɛhwɛ nyinaa ne sɛ Ghana ɔmanfoɔ mu wɔ Ghana mu benya apomudin papa yɛbenya a hospital papa akɔ yɛbɛtumi atwa hospital ka no bia ɛbɛtumi nso anka yɛbenya ɛbɛbɔ yɛ ho ban afiri nyarewa ho ɛno ɛna health ministry no yɛwɔ hɔ a yɛyɛ nti obiara nya ahotɔ na mu nyinaa mommoa because men said uncle fire no nto ho so no aka say go hospital me nyini so bi apa yare nti the preventive aspect no must also be intensified the kwa be fa so a e boy ho afri ye ho ban afri yare wa ho diabetes pressure cancer sa ne mani nyina no mo media fo na maye mo camera na mo de twa me nyina no so mo asodi ni bi ya politics na da dia sensational news ni nko the apomudi some the person mo shemu nka mo soro anopa bia on your radio stations on your TV stations na to my friend medical doctor baako and a district health director na there are some ye kan na ye ka komayare ho asem no bia ate and ye ka pressure ho asem and ye ka kwan be fa so be bokolora ho ban and so na mo the politics beto aso kra no and that will be one of my person ye nyina mo nyina me enka mo nsem be bri wa agenda wa mo mabai enura na ye
Ghana Education Service at the Krata Piedmont so sanse akatona bro na emofra obetro bi sunsohwe no wonsohwe no tworo no eyade a atumi eduru ho na no enanam so Ghana Education Service wode atudwa so wonya ntie sempinfo de basic schools ahodo ano no registration fee a woje mofra no wo yaje amano abroso dodo na no na Ghana Education Service chirim se kobasan so de a na empinfo de schools ahodo ano no omatiatia Ghana mamara so eno tu yi penyini a wode school bia no na se BC registration fee no waje amana abroso ni manimu ya Ghana Education Service che wo se sahwe na ne awogema no broso no se tua mofra na de efamo regional directors nso hwe na wo ma district directors asonte se schools ahodo wo mo district nyina no omo monitor no omo hwe registration fee school penifo no woje emofra no na uye penyini na the school ano na sa waje registration fee no mana mbroso na wanfa mofra na de amomo na empinfo so opachi a eno so danta wasenema na ne kwakra mu no na Ghana Education Service wogina so na wode atom pinifo ahodo anim se bre a wose register mofra no wonhwe na bre no ankwankopa ho senia West African Examination Council waye kinchise yete no empinifo nhwe na wonfa nya adwuma san kwankɔba saa na wo ma bre no twemu a anhwa na mofra no empinifo nhwe nje omuntum ema wontumi en register opinyina ne nsa secretary ase ma Meka Sandra Twum ampofo
Oswafo a wohwe edwadie ni mfidi nnwuma so eye odumunyamfo Elizabeth Ofosu Ejare na wakwakopie mu ewo Ghana Free Zones Enclave ewo Tema ene edwadifo hodom akwakudinsa wo so kwakohwe nnwuma aban betimi aso masene ama edwuma na gina se de biom betimi afa nipadodo adwumam no se aban wei aye krado yankasa ye nnwuma ayeye wo mo ye ahoho ma ba ha mo ye nnwuma no sika bi omuhie betimi aboa ma edwuma na gina na omafa nipadodo adwumam no se de be ya 24 hour economy eni so ade hu no betimi abamudie aban na ye krado se obeye
Dramani Mahama neni so ade hu ni se obeboa ama industry trade any agribusiness akonanim ene ye wo ha because of industry sa garment factory offer the pay 6,000 omo pam nyoma de kwa ma no ne big brands bi wa America ni Europe no mo pam nyoma ne mo ye hu se eye kama enti abanya ye ne se ebehwe na emwa ebetim di aboa sa factory ama na konanim wa fani pani bi aka ho no ye beye the Ministry of Trade any industry and agribusiness no ye wo nsase kakra wo ho nti yasase bi kwa na de ama no wo Accra ode ye no ebi wo nchen ye sign de ama no se bi obetimi abiem wo fa ni pane dodo na other support so ene na dwen ho abɔ ho kɔ no eno so ye de beboa no wo atimi afa bebre na de mani kan se mehwɛ enwuma a etimi de aba na kyesi ye hwɛ ni ye bi wo ye regions ni bi mu nso a region hofo no so so benya adwuma enti yɛhwɛ sɛ deɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yɛne Exim Bank ebe bom na yɛtumi ayɛ bi ɛwɔ hɔ in line with the president's initiative. Wọ́n sɛ Ira Mahama wahyɛ me sɛ kwan papa bi a mɛfa so am the industry ɛbɛma adwuma aba no memfa so enti wei yɛ n'ani so ade hu no bi a ɔhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi anya industry no ebi wɔ yɛn nkronkro no so baabi a yɛ workforce wɔ na deɛ medical wɔ ha ne sɛ machine bi wɔ hɔ a ɛkyerɛ wɔ adwuma na wɔtwe pa ogyina anim na wɔde yɛ adwuma enti sɛ yɛbɛtumi create vacation jobs for our students enti sɛ bi wɔ yɛn nkro yɛ regions no mu a ɔmo ha ɔmo ho mankran ha ɛmɛ choke abra ha baabi a ɔbɛda ni ha ɔmo bɛtena ɔmo krom na ɔmo ayɛ adwuma in dignity and make good money ɛha yɛ medical sɛ ɔba o lunch wɔ ha ɛka ɛdo bɛba bɛsi ne asafo akɔ ɔmo sika no so ɛnsu asaa na emu minim sɛ yɛboa ɔmo ama ɔmo akɔ ɔmo anim na ɔmo fa so na ɔmo ne workers ne bɛkyɛ yɛde yɛpɛ ne sɛ nkurɔfoɔ bɛnya well paid jobs adwuma a wobɛyɛ a ɛbɛtumi aboa mo ahwɛ okun oyire no ne wo mma it me feel sɛ adwuma wɔ yɛ kama deɛ mani ka paa ne sɛ adwuma wɔ ɛma ɛwɔ mu yɛ ɔha mu nkyɛmu bɛyɛ aduɔson na ama yɛ ɔbaa time hu sɛ sɛ wonyinsɛn mpo na woyɛ adwuma wɔ ha wobɛtumi atena ase kama no wayɛ w'adwuma no ɛnyɛ dindin biara nti adwuma ɛbɛboa mmaa na ɛnyɛ hazardous wonu sɛ wonyema baabi wɔ hɔ wontumi nyɛ adwuma ɛha deɛ wobɛtumi ayɛ w'adwuma yɛbɛma wɔ aduane ɛkaado bɛba kaado bɛkɔ ɛno bi ne yɛpɛ sɛ replicate no wɔ regions no sɛ ɛbɛyɛ ayɛwura Mahama n'ani so ade hunu no ɛbɛba mu m'ani agye papaapa na menim sɛ yɛbɛboa ɔmo no mafa nipa ne bi aka ho na yɛkɔyɛ bi wɔ regions nso so a ɔmo anya adwuma ɛwɔ hɔ seesei no ɔmo yɛ 2 shifts enti menim sɛ yɛde ɛmoa no ba mu a ɔmo bɛyɛ 3 actual shifts third shift no deɛ more of maybe parking and stuff but real 24-hour economy ne deɛ menim sɛ yɛba no yɛbɛso mu a na 24-hour economy ne bɛdi mu ɔmo yɛ 2 shifts wo sɛ companies bi ɔkɔ ɔmo yɛ 1 nti ɔmo ayɛ 2 ɔmo ayɛ adeɛ ba yɛn yɛ deɛ yɛ limit no ɛyɛ 3 shift no nti asena yɛbɛsɔ ɔmo yi menim sɛ ɛbɛboa ɔmo ama ɔmo 24-hour no adi mu
Bosume ye womu ne deto so edunan eye February 14th eye Valentine's Day adofo da na obepim o my Ghana mu dia da ne ani kakra eye ne National Chocolate Day we ne nam so Cocoa Processing Company CPC wani abere a wo hye Ghana for say cocoa ne hu hia se yetimi dia sanse cocoa no ene papa wo mu ase nipa desani onya bi egu nipadua no mu a wo so obetimi enya asomfa so papa na marketing manager edema CPC ko ne Ghana for kasa ye kire mu here hu hia se 14th no Ghana for nyina no ye di chocolate
na me DJ bebre Cocoa Processing say do samre we a na ayeme ahosepe isan say afahye bi a ba me ankasa and as a company and the management ye fano obi be say ye fano World Cup isan say omo mu dikanfo na ye bebre amaye omo mu di anim tetekwahye on de me boni di ametene so a na masori isan say tetekwahye adwuma baako a oyɛ ya ene ahwɛ generations nyina adi anim abedru samre me ameti ha ni company ni nyina ye hwɛ de ye papa tete kwahye aye Jacobi chebi chelwante a ne ye nso den ne betima ye ama afahye aye kese ama ye enti na aya na ye me ase ahosepe a ya ye krado se ye benjire ho na ya celebrity sa afahye National Chocolate Week na aye krabehwe enti say ye share ha na masamo a me pesa me di to dwa no say emre na so a Ghana ni bia ba bia wo bia bofra pani akwakora ye bibi na ye hu say wo so wo ye de wo di afahye ni bi to chocolate ana Golden Tree products bia na fa ye bibi fa bi ye cocoa fa bi ye bibi na twato social media ebi kwa na obenya likes bebre credit enya hu faso enti no aba emre to Golden Tree na we hwe powder de ye bibi o de bi fra bibi wo so ye recipe bi you will never know enti afahye we de menyu hu film
price ni wo from kesini 30 cedis medium 15 cedis ana kitwa pan ye tomni 10 cedis ba black this time no black no manya ne kesi ba black na yema omo sugar yare no sugar yare 50 sugar into dia ruwa kuma unkama ti chocolate ye yema ye ana yema yakuma so
February a month of love
obia Ghana ha other countries obia nim say February yeda month yesre odoma yadofo awofo ebusuafo eno obi biara yedomu enti busumi ayerem obia ntimi to chocolate and for man adofo ebusuafo eni omo domu nina chocolate benefits the bebre wo ho chocolate na sesi akoma enka ni dark chocolate no omo diabetes nso betime the dark chocolate because sugar level no e wo form na enkola nso betime eden e the dark chocolate because sugar bebre en sheda enim na normal ones ni the obia nso betime eden edi because ema apomudin eye nyama bebre wo yemojem
ewe ha na brebe ma yakwan na anwumre kase boa no ede besomo no yede nyina esie ye ne mudi mpapa mu na mekra na makayo se anwumre ansa na beda na wakai na wachusi bechusi nso dia eye Pepsodent ewo Pepsodent cavity fighter, Pepsodent charcoal, Pepsodent herbal ena Pepsodent triple protection we nyina no eboa siesie wonum hu ne die no efa no ntoma pa edifrade cha no pan so oni abusamu nyina no monkai na monfa Pepsodent entwumusin sanse Pepsodent die ogidi sesiri bia no ehu ehia
mama fasida enkoma Pelix African styles wono na nwumai opamata die e de share me okwa antipel obehwe okama nanimu so te opamma ne mema ne ema nyina ne nsa no ofepa mesrew aya no wafre no e wo 0243961384 0243961384 owo SCC wager oben DVL nchen hono mo pe enwumai akenkan for eyeme abna bayi nyano mene
Sadat Mohammed
Yadam was say amamu nyina mo enenrenity